Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya with Mind, Body and Soul Company, and I make aromatherapy bath and beauty products. If you're new, welcome. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe and become part of my YouTube family. So today I'm making a cold process soap. It is an oatmeal, milk, and honey soap. The design itself of the soap isn't going to be very complex, but the ingredients are really going to give it, are really going to make it kind of a special bar. And there are some fun elements that'll go into it as well. So I have my oils melted, and it is a palm-free recipe. I'll leave that down in the description box. I also have some kaolin clay mixed in with my oils. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my lye water poured in. The lye water does contain sodium lactate in it, and I also went ahead and added titanium dioxide to my lye water today because the fragrance oil that I'm using does discolor to brown. So let's go ahead and get started. Pretty good there. Scrape that off real quick. And then I am gonna split this into 2 parts. So I'm gonna pour about half in here. That looks pretty good there. So I'm gonna set this one off to the side. And for our bottom layer, that's gonna be the one that we actually use some honey in. So I have this cute little honey bear that I got from a friend who was actually, she just started a nonprofit for urban beehives. So pretty cool. So it is a local honey, and honey is something that has a lot of antimicrobial properties, plus it's good for inflammation. There we go. You do only want to use about 1 teaspoon of honey per pound of soap. Otherwise, you're going to end up with some problems. Go ahead and get that in. That should be good. And then along with that, I'm also gonna add in some bronze brown mica from Nurture. And then my fragrance oil, which is oatmeal, milk, and honey from Brambleberry. And it does discolor to a brown. That was one of the reasons for the titanium dioxide, to just offset that some. I'm gonna put most of the fragrance oil in this one, and then just a little bit in the top, because I don't want it to go as dark. Okay, and I'm gonna start by whisking this in. And then we'll give it a blend. And that bronze brown mica from Nurture should give it a nice little shimmer too. I'm not worried about getting this super dark now because, as I said, it's gonna get darker on its own. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give it a blend. very fluid still, but we are at a trace. All right, let me grab my mold here real quick. And this fragrance oil does have sweet notes to it. It is kind of a complex scent, but definitely has some sweetness to it from the honey. Get all of that in now. And I'm gonna go ahead and scrape it out. Set that off to the side. Then I'm gonna tap this down real quick and just kind of set it off to the side there and get started on my next part. All right, so for this portion, we're gonna add in some additional oatmeal. So I have some colloidal oatmeal there. I never know if I say that right, but you all get the gist. So oatmeal is really great for the skin as well. It's very soothing. So we're gonna get that added in. And then for this one, coloring it with Honey Blush from Nurture and just a little bit of the fragrance oil. Give that a whisk before I blend it. All right, I did get the top textured up some. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just give this a super quick blend. It's not gonna take very much at all. More than anything, I just wanted to make sure I actually got the bottom mixed up. This a quick scrape. And then just let me get this out of my way. Okay. And then I am going to pour this over my spatula. Just break the ball a little bit. And it's not a big deal if some of it penetrates the bottom layer. There we go. That should be good. Just keep on pouring here. There we go. Tap this down real quick. All right, so next I have a little bit of Shimmering Gold Mica that I mixed up in some of my oils, and I'm just gonna kind of zigzag that over the top. Here we go, to give it the look of some honey on the top. That looks good. And then for this half of the soap, I'm gonna take some bubble wrap, go about, this edge is straighter, go about halfway over, and just press that gently into the soap, like that. And then for this half, I'm gonna give it a little pull with my spoon And then I have some oats that I'm gonna sprinkle on the top, just a little bit. For a little texture on this side. I'm just gonna use a clean spatula to tap those down a little. Drizzle on the rest of my mica. All right. So we're gonna let this set up for 24 to 48 hours and then we'll be back to cut. All right, and we are back to cut oatmeal, milk, and honey. Really enjoy how the bar turned out. It smells pretty amazing. It's sweet with almost a floral hint to it, but not like an overpowering floral. I expect that the colors will continue to darken up. It's kind of a creamy color for the oatmeal layer, and then you can see the kind of mocha color for the brown, but I think they'll both darken up some. And that's how the top turned out. So really happy with that. Love the honeycomb pattern and the oats and just a little bit of shimmer from the mica. Just gonna push that back a little bit. Still working on getting the best angle for cutting. I feel like I'm all up in your all's faces every time I try to hold a bar up to the camera. So that is still a work in progress. I think this bar is gonna feel really nice on the skin too, with the oatmeal and its soothing properties, and then the honey, which has some anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. And there's some kaolin clay and shea butter. Just, I think it's a really nice bar for the skin. And anything, I think anytime you do like a honey kind of soap, it also just brings some attention to pollinators, beekeeping, which are super important. I think people are becoming much more conscious and aware of that kind of thing. There's always something you can do on your end, even if it's just planting flowers that attract pollinators. I know the lavender I have in my garden is always full of bees and butterflies. I have a sedum in my front yard that's always covered as well. So definitely some little things you can do to kind of help out the pollinators. I think I had mentioned I have a friend that is doing some urban beekeeping. It's been kind of a cool thing to see. They put beehives on top of businesses in our downtown areas, and then they take care of them, and then the businesses get the PR from it, and some of the honey. So it's really kind of a cool program. anything like that you can do to just kind of support our planet. It's not a bad thing. That's not being hippy dippy. That's just caring about where you live. That one. Kind of interested to see how much they do actually darken up. And this soap will be available for purchase in my Etsy shop, along with all of my other soaps and lotion bars. I'll be sure to leave a link to it down below. And I do hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and we will catch you in the next one.